Hello everyone and welcome back to DET Coach's Beginner's Guide to the Duolingo English Test. Starting with this lesson, we'll focus on the writing question types. Write about the photo displays an image and a text box at the same time. You have 1 minute to answer each question with no separate preparation time, and the image remains visible while you write. The goal is not simply to list objects in the image. Use several complete sentences to describe what is actually visible. When the image appears, first decide whether it primarily shows people, objects, or a broader scene. For an image of people, identify how many people there are, what they are doing, and where they are. For an image of an object, first identify what it is, then note its condition and position. For a scene, identify the overall setting, and then find the most prominent elements in the environment. Once you know the image type, observe it in a consistent order. Identify the main subject, look at its action or condition, and then add details such as position, color, material, and lighting. This approach helps you find useful content quickly without repeatedly scanning the image. Now look at the curved library shown in the lesson materials. This is a scene image. The most prominent features are the curved library aisle and the long bookshelves on both sides. The shelves are filled with rows of books, which is one of the main visual features of the image. Looking more closely, we can also see a wooden walkway, a dark railing, and bright light from above. That is already enough information for a complete description. We cannot tell which school or city the library is in, and we do not know why no one is present. Do not invent a story beyond what the image shows. When you start writing, use the first sentence to establish the overall scene. The picture shows a curved library aisle with long shelves on both sides. This sentence identifies the main setting and gives the position of the shelves. Use the second sentence for the most prominent objects. Rows of books fill the shelves, especially along the right side of the aisle. The first sentence establishes the scene, and the second directs attention to the shelves and books. By starting with these two clear facts, you have already built the core of your response. Next, add the walkway and railing. A wide wooden walkway curves through the space, and a dark railing follows its edge. The words wide, wooden, and dark all describe visible features in the image. The phrases curves through the space and follows its edge explain the spatial relationship between the objects. You do not need many details. Choosing one or two prominent details and placing them in complete sentences is more effective than listing a series of adjectives. If you still have time, add one overall impression that is supported by the image. Bright light from above makes the library look open and well organized. The overhead light, orderly shelves, and rows of books are all visible, so this impression has clear support. The verb look signals that this is a judgment based on the image rather than an unverifiable fact. Together, the four sentences form a complete description. The picture shows a curved library aisle with long shelves on both sides. Rows of books fill the shelves, especially along the right side of the aisle. A wide wooden walkway curves through the space, and a dark railing follows its edge. Bright light from above makes the library look open and well organized. This response does not use unusual vocabulary, but it is relevant and logically ordered, and every sentence has a complete predicate. Write about the photo gives you only 1 minute. Building every sentence from scratch during the test can waste valuable time. Prepare 3 basic templates in advance. One for images of people, one for images of objects, and one for landscapes or broader scenes. Leave a few seconds at the end to make sure every sentence has a complete predicate and to check your articles, singular and plural forms, spelling, and punctuation. In the next lesson, we'll learn a template for describing images of people. I'll see you in the next lesson.